Good evening and welcome to the Upper St. Clair Varsity Panther hockey schedule, where your Panthers this evening will take on the North Allegheny Tigers. Panthers come in sporting a 9-3-1 record against the ever-tough North Allegheny Tigers at 12-4. I'm Kirk Carruth on your Panthers television network. We're going to be joined by a special guest in the booth from PA Hockey, Jeff Morrow, and flanked by our cameraman, John Sarabella. So you are the wealth of knowledge, if you will, Jeff, for hockey, and welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having us, Kurt. I'm looking forward to a heck of a game here tonight. St. Clair's playing real well right now, and North Allegheny as well. They've had a couple of really nice, good stretch here, and we're looking for. This is a very big game in the standings and seeding-wise, Kurt. I think both of these teams are looking to ramp up and move up into the 4th, 5th seed in the current standings.
They're flanked by an incredible young talent here, number 65, Weston Waldschmidt, and he just leads all the scoring, and I think he even has a brother connection as well.
Yeah, Brady Waldschmidt's his younger brother, and he's I'm not sure, number 3, number 7. But, the line of Waldschmidt's to play for North Allegheny, Wes is certainly, we're very well familiar with him. And, you'll see him on the defensive side, and then he'll jump up into the offensive play. But I think it's an interesting move tonight. The Tigers are coached by Bobby Black, but head coach Jimmy Black's in Michigan. But you'll see Wes playing defense, and he'll be quarterbacking the power play and the Tigers from back.
Well, as you said, it's pretty evident both these teams are going to make the playoffs, but these games can indeed dictate where who they will play in that first and crucial first and second rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're underway. The Panthers in their home whites, moving left to right, and a huge check by Moody, and I think that's a continuation from an amateur game, and it looks like the play is going to be very, very physical here this game. And I think the Panthers, indeed, in the past, and you've seen them play many a time in a quick offside there, the Panthers seem to be, Jeff, a different team when they get off to that early lead.
Well, the one thing I noticed about Upper St. Clair early in the season, and I had a chance to talk to John Harford about, is that they're a team that plays a little bit on the edge. They have some feisty players. They seem to take some penalties. But that really bodes well when you go up against a team like North Allegheny that has a lot of skill.
It seems to hurt them, if you will, on the disciplined teams like the Mount Lebanons and the Bethels of the world, because they'll sit back, Jeff, and win those 1-0, 2-0 games. A little bit different here. This could be a wide-open game, and hopefully we'll see a lot of scoring here.
Yeah, and two excellent goaltenders, by the way. I think I'm not sure who's starting for St. Clair, but Max Richards was the stellar 6 goaltender from last year for the Post-Gazette, so he's a very good goaltender.
And we've got Max DeRora in goal for the Panthers. Panthers moving left to right in their beautiful home whites and flanked by the Steeler colors of NA. Beautiful all black and gold trim. 13:39, not much action from the shooting, but the physical play has been quite evident here early, and we're going to have an icing play by NA, and we'll have a face-off in the zone with 13:32 to go in the first.
And, one of the nice things you see, a big game like this, you have someone like Chet Steen, Billy Kelly doing the games. Both those officials are very experienced, very familiar with these teams, and they'll call the game pretty close.
Found out what some of these referees make in these games, and I'll tell you, not a bad second living here.
Well, I think you and I are gonna have to go out and start skating. But I see Billy Kelly's already. We have a whistle, and I think St. Clair's going to go to the box. Is that Moody? 91.
91 is indeed Moody, and he's going to get the gate. I think it was a hooking call, and the Panthers will find themselves shorthanded.
Well, one of the things you want to look at for St. Clair, they had a lot of young guys early in the season, Kurt. And they've seemed to have stepped it up over the last couple of weeks. You have some guys that are starting to make a presence for St. Clair. So I think that's one thing that we're going to see tonight. See some of those younger guys and if they could make an impact for St. Clair.
Play was taken by Schmidt, and he rammed it home. Shot on, score, and a quick strike right from the face-off circle, and Dylan Rohrer's going to get the tally. And boy, did he tickle the twine from the right point. And he blew it by DeRohr. I'm not sure if he was screened, but they score quickly 13 seconds into the power play and take a 1-0 lead.
Well, Rohar's an interesting kid. He's a sophomore. And he really is coming around. Jimmy Black's really pleased with his play, and they seem to think that he's kind of the next guy in line with Waldschmidt. He's really going to take this team over the next couple of years.
Not sure who will be on the assist. I think Waldschmidt indeed might get another point here early. And again, the Panthers find themselves like they have in many games this season, trailing 1-0. So we'll see what they're made of. And again, the Panthers have to strike back here quickly in the first. And boy, I'll tell you, play of Don Pegnatera. I'm not sure if you've seen the Panthers this year, Jeff, but his play has just been superior. And what a penalty killer for Upper St. Clair.
Well, Pegnatera is a kid that, one of those kids that I was talking about. He really didn't play a whole lot for St. Clair the last couple of years. He's really starting to make his presence felt.
Shot right on from the point by number 19, DeGangi, and he's I believe he's a sophomore, and he's a tremendous presence back there on the point.
That's an interesting line combination Johnny Harford has with Michael McKelvey, because McKelvey's a kid, another kid that's pretty scrappy, plays it close to the best. You know, he's really a hard worker. It's interesting how John's starting to put the line combinations together.
Play comes over the blue line, unable to control. It's going to be loose at center ice, where it's going to be picked up by NA. Going to be tallied right over to number 67, Lancaster, and he's a big force out there as well. Finally going to be taken by number 56, Trevor Yealy, and he's going to skate it back as Sersosimo takes a heavy hit at center. Going to be taken by Yealy, and boy, he's had a phenomenal year, and boy, when he gets the motor going, he doesn't score just one goal. He usually scores them in bunches, Jeff.
He's a big, strong player. You know, and he can play both the forward and defensively. You know, he's a very versatile player.
Play is taken by Lohman, and boy, he had a good shot on goal and a better save there by number 33, Richards. Play comes around the corner where it's going to be played by NA, and they'll skate it back to center.
You know, one of the things you want to look at for in both these teams is, you know, they're going to start gearing. We're getting to February 1st. They're going to start gearing down towards to get playoff positioning. But they're also looking to see, you know, where are they going to set up for the first round, and are they going to go up against the big boys in the second round, the Meadvilles and the Bethel Parks and Mount Lebanon's. You know, where's that all going to come out? And maybe the style of play is, Kurt, be interesting to see. And both these teams look like they're playing pretty hard and pretty physical.
Well, unlike the teams we play in our, I guess, our own division where we play them twice a year, we only meet North Allegheny once a year. So I'm sure they'd like to have St. Clair the bragging rights, if you will. And boy, NA just seems to always, Jeff, go deep into the playoffs.
Well, the interesting part about it is, you know, St. Clair with three wins and a loss, and North Allegheny with 4 losses. This could be a tiebreaker game come the end of the season. So this is, you know, doubly important. There's a lot at stake here.
Play's going to be shot in where Durrar will hold up, and we'll have a face-off to the left of Max Durrar with 10:29 to go here in the first. Panthers trail 1-0. Face-off neatly be controlled by North Allegheny. Shot right on by Waldschmidt. That's controlled and sticked away into the corner where Gideon's going to lead the rush back to center, and he's got Moody trailing the play. Unable to connect, and a good play by DeGangi as he banks it back, but NA leads the attack back 2-on-2. Big heavy hit there again in the corner, and Moody's throwing checks out like they're the first of the month here. And a nice little saucer pass, little 9-iron play, but I can tell you with 17 degrees out there, it certainly wasn't a golf day today. Actually quite warm here in the building, Jeff. I brought extra protection, and I actually brought gloves because I know cameraman John Sarabella will never share his gloves on a cold day.
Well, we're gonna have John playing nice before the broadcast is over tonight. We're gonna see if we can get him to lend us a pair of his gloves.
It reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Dumb and Dumber, and I think the one guy on the motorcycle, as they were going to Tahoe, had 2 gloves on, and he said his hands were sweating, you can use an extra pair, and the other guy was freezing.
Well, interesting thing for North Allegheny here is one of their top players. I don't know if we've seen him yet, number 10, Tyson Snoopy, who's a defenseman. He's been injured a little bit, and this prompted Jim Black to put Wes Waldschmidt on defense. And what happens is Waldschmidt can control the play, and he keeps the play out of the North Allegheny end, similar to what Bartkowski did for Mount Lebanon last year. So I think it's an interesting coaching strategy.
That's a big name, and I actually did see Waldschmidt on defense, and I didn't know if that was his normal position or if he had just temporarily been moved back there. Kind of very similar to a Yealy who can play, as you mentioned earlier, both sides of the equation.
Well, and I think the other thing that's happened is similar to Upper St. Clair, North Allegheny's had some guys step to prominence. You know, Brady Waldschmidt, Rohars, who scored the first goal, and, you know, Schwartzmeyer, some of these guys that you've never heard of that play for North Allegheny, they've really stepped to the forefront. So it's allowed North Allegheny to move, you know, Waldschmidt around. They don't depend on him as much offensively, but he did have 7 points the other night. So, it's given them the opportunity to use Waldschmidt in different areas.
Seems like they certainly have a deep bench, but when you look at the physical play, it looks like the Panthers certainly have a physical advantage from a size standpoint, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely. And as I mentioned, they play on the edge. They have some tough customers on this team. Their biggest challenge right now is to start putting the puck in the net. And
that's, I think, the key. When you look at the scoring, it's pretty much been distributed amongst 3 players here with Upper St. Clair, and very uncharacteristic as one of the strongest traits, and you were here for our 500th victory last season. One of the strengths of all St. Clair teams have always been their diverse and strong 2 and 3 lines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I see McHugh's on defense now. That's interesting because I haven't seen him there before. So John Harper's kind of using a little similar strategy that the Blacks are at North Allegheny.
Well, he's going to be taken by Sir Sosimo, but he's going to be met by 3 black jerseys. And right back on the attack is number 7, Brady Waldschmidt. And that shot's going to go wide, going to be played in the corner by a Brett Schindler. He's unable to control, and it is right back to Schindler. Playing the bob and weave with Waldschmidt. Finally going to be controlled by the Panthers, and they're going to clear the zone. Yeah, and
that's a good clear by St. Clair, Kurt, because, Kevin Lucas, number 15, was in good position on the back check, and they were able to get the bot man, and they cleared the zone.
Careful here, a 2-on-1 develops. Oh, and a good wide-angle shot there by North Allegheny, but a better save by Deror as he had his angles covered. And once again, boy, the Panthers just having a very difficult cracking that neutral ice zone. It seems like NA may lay back, but they seem to really take the play once they cross that red line.
Yeah, they're using kind of a delayed forecheck. They have their forwards high, and they're filling the gap pretty well. So St. Clair's going to have to make some adjustments on that.
In days or games of old, St. Clair, you can dump it down here, but one thing the North Allegheny team has is speed, and that is quite evident the way this team can skate.
Well, you have guys, another kid that we didn't mention yet is Josh Herbert and Matt Lancaster. Those 2 kids have really stepped it up for NA. And the one thing is you see with NA is they have balance. They have the balance in the scoring, but they have balance in their lines. And I think that's what Upper St. Clair has always historically had, the good balance on their lines.
Face-off controlled by North Allegheny, but they're going to chip it back to center. And that's going to be taken by McHugh, and he's going to look for Pegnataro, unable to connect. Richie Klein's going to pick up the mail, and a good pass over into the corner, and a shot by McKelvey, and that's going to be sticked away by Richards. Play is controlled again by Pegnataro. Beautiful centering pass, but nobody home, and NA skates back 3-on-2. Play comes off the board. He touches that. That could be almost an intentional, but they're going to flag it with an offside and a quick-moving first period. 6:03 to go here in the first. Your Panthers trail 1-0.
Well, it's interesting. You see Kevin Lucas was very good on the back check on his end of the ice. You saw the same out of Josh Herbert there. He was in perfect position to intercept that pass, and they quickly moved it out of the zone.
Face-off controlled by the Panthers, where Klein looks for McKelvey, and he's going to try to beat number 38, Schwartzmeyer, to the play. And boy, McKelvey and Pegnataro, you got 2 feisty, very quick Panthers up on the front line.
Oh, nice move there.
Sure was. Shot on, oh boy, and he had that upper corner labeled there, and he just shot it wide as Daniel Gertner shot that play wide, and the Panthers look to break back. Taken by Pegnataro, but no help as he's closed by 2 once again, North Allegheny just seems to hit you in bunches, and a weird bouncing play there, but a good save there by DeRoer as that shot came in from center. It looks like we're going to have an interference call here.
I think number 8's going to get the gate there. There was a play where he kind of impeded the play. So I think number 8, I think that's Jack Surma. Yeah, he's going to get the gate. Interestingly enough, I mean, if you look at, and I have a chance to rank the teams for PA hockey, and I had an interesting conversation with a couple of the AAA coaches, and they said, well, why, North Allegheny's ranked number 4, and I have Central Catholic number 2, but it's very close, very close. 1 through 7 were really close. And, of course, Bethel Park, I think, is the top team.
And if
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Well,
they are.
Yeah, we certainly know that. We've had to go try to get through them twice this year and been unable to. And I've got to tell you, like him or hate him, no doubt about it, Mort gets the most out of his teams on a year-over-year basis.
Yeah, they're a very well-coached team. And, that's what they aspire. Everybody aspires to beat them, right, at this point in time in the season.
It's funny. The Panthers, I think, in years of it looks like we're going to have another penalty here. You've got to be kidding me. Panthers are going to go down shorthanded by 2 men. And we're going to have a slashing call here. And I got to tell you, Jeff, that's not what the doctor ordered here. Panthers indeed trailing 1-0 are going to find themselves shorthanded by 2 for the next 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Yeah, and I think this is a key point of the hockey game here, Kurt, because I think if Upper St. Clair could kill off this penalty, then you're going to they'll get some momentum out of it going down towards the end of the period. So this is a real big kill here for them.
Face-off controlled, and Waldschmidt's going to take it. Boy, and I'll tell you, DeRoer was screened there. He didn't even flinch on that play. Shot went high and wide. Oh, and a good play by McKelvey, and he's going to disrupt it. He's unable to get it out. Going to be helped out by Moody, and he's going to chip it. I don't know what that hit, but play is going to continue, and finally going to be taken out of the zone.
Well, Moody read that play real well. He anticipated it because they were dumping it back down the boards. He made a real nice play to intercept that puck.
Be taken by Waldschmidt, and he's going to wheel and deal, and he rags it, and a good shot on, but a good save by DeRoer here. Panthers need to clear the zone. Going to be back to the point, and a big drive shot just goes wide. Kept in neatly by the NA team, but shot on the length of the ice. And the Panthers get the heat out of a hot kitchen with 20 seconds to go in the 2-man advantage.
Yeah, big 20 seconds here. If Upper St. Clair can get another clear, I think they may be well on their way to killing this penalty off.
Finally comes into the corner where number 11 will play it, Gardner. He's in the command position, and he's going to shoot it on, and Pegnataro clear.
Excellent play there by Pegnataro, but also Trevor Yealy, who got his stick down and got his body in front of that puck. That was a real nice play by Yealy.
Wow, 40 seconds to go here now in a 1-man advantage. Panthers skating 5-on-4. Disadvantage play comes back to center. And finally going to be corralled in a big-time move of his own. It's going to go into the corner. Oh, boy, centering pass just goes by the mark. Panthers dodge a bullet there. Going to be played by number 10, Stupi. He's going to drive it down deep, and a heavy hit again there in the corner by Moody. Oh, big move here. Again, shot on rebound. Oh, what a save! Oh, you'd have to be here to believe that save. He was on the doorstep.
Boy, that puck looked like it was going to lay there forever, Kurt. And I'll tell you what, DeRoer really got his hand on quickly to cover that puck. An excellent goaltending maneuver there by
actually,
DeRoer.
Jeff, the stick was on the puck, and he tried to move the arm and the puck in, but DeRoer's arm strength definitely indeed kept that goal out. And boy, with 6 seconds to go, that would have been a backbreaker here for St. Clair.
Okay, so if St. Clair could kill this off, let's see if the momentum changes and they get the puck up into their end. Let's see if this all changes.
St. Clair fans clamoring for a little bit of an extracurricular penalty, but nothing called. And the Panthers find themselves shorthanded here for 6 seconds. And we'll have 2:34 to play, and a big face-off win there by Klein, and that should do it. And it's cleared back to center, and we're back to skating 5-on-5.
Okay, so let's see if St. Clair picks it up. I mean, they have to put it on the ice now. and they have to start to play the game.
I can assure you, if you continue to put yourself in positions like that, it's going to be a long night for Upper St. Clair.
Well, I sensed that I saw a little bit of frustration out of North Allegheny there. They didn't handle the puck as well in the second half of that power play. So let's see what happens here. And you'll notice Waldschmidt is not on the ice, so Upper St. Clair could really put it together on this shift. They could turn this game around.
1:55 to go here in the first. Panthers taking 3 minor penalties here and a full minute and 15, 20 seconds on a 2-minute disadvantage. And boy, I tell you, they seem to have had the better play during that shorthanded situation. Here's a breakaway for Moody. Oh, and a good defensive play there by number 10.
That's Stoopy. That's who I
and
mentioned.
He drives that into the corner.
Well, I mentioned Stoopy, and I wasn't sure if he was going to play tonight, but he make a heck of a play there to dive to get that puck because, you know, I think number 91, Moody, he was in alone if he gets to that puck. Okay, minute and a half left here.
Face-off control right back to the point by Surma, and that was deflected by number 11, Gardner. Play comes into the corner back to the point where Yealy's going to dump it down deep. Moody's first to play. Give and go between Moody and number, I'm not sure if that's Gideon, number 25. Play comes back into the corner by Gardner, and he takes a power move, but he's going to be driven off the play by Surma. Going to be picked up by Lohman, and he banks it behind Derora over to number 25, Gideon. Outlet pass, and a nifty move there by number 91, Moody. Going to be picked up by Gideon, drop pass, nobody home. Play comes back to center where it's picked up by Yealy. And they've got a ton of guys on the ice here. I tell you, it could have been perhaps called for too many men there. A lot of black jerseys as that puck was going by the bench. And all of a sudden, a little break develops here. Shot goes through the crease, and a 2-on-1 developed. But boy, a good play there by the defense of St. Clair. And right back on the attack is Yealy, and he's got a trailer at Pegnataro. Wow.
Waldschmidt made 2 excellent defensive
all over the ice, and we skate back 2-on-1 on a wide open game. Oh, what a play by Yealy. My gosh, if you want end-to-end hockey here, folks, this last 2 minutes have been incredible. Shot on, saved by Derora, and 3 seconds to go. That'll do it. Wow.
Well, you saw some excellent defensive play there, both ends of the ice. You saw Waldschmidt break up 2 plays, and then Yealy dove and poked that puck away. Excellent effort here by Upper St. Clair and North Allegheny. A really good period there.
Well, if you want offense, folks, it's end-to-end and no traps at center, boy. And there were 3 2-on-1s, Jeff, that developed there in the last minute of play. 2 by North Allegheny and 1 by the Panthers.
Well, the interesting thing you see, and you see a little bit out of it Yealy, too. He'll wait for the play to set up. He's not in such a hurry to get the puck ahead. He waits for the play to develop, and then he moves the puck. And Waldschmidt does the same thing. And that's why those plays are successful. Those guys are seasoned. They've played a lot of hockey. They know how to move the puck, and they know when to move it. And that's when you have a kid like a Yealy and a Waldschmidt on both ends of the ice. And both those kids are really forwards, if you think about it. They played forward a lot of their careers, but they've been playing some excellent defense back there, and they handle the puck and they control the play. And that's what both coaches are looking for.
Shots on goal for the first period, North Allegheny 12, Upper St. Clair 4. So a dominant first period for North Allegheny. And the Panthers, Jeff, have to find themselves fairly fortunate to be in this game 1-0. And if you talked about the motivating factor, I think your point was well taken. The Panthers, after killing that 2-man disadvantage, came out very, very feisty and very, very alive. So
well, I thought the play was pretty even. I mean, I think the shots are indicative of the number of penalties that were called. So, you know, the one thing now is Upper St. Clair has to concentrate is start to build some momentum, start to get some shots on Max Richards. You know, a goal will really turn this game around. Now we're going to have a power play.
And that's big time here for St. Clair. And right out of the gate at the 10-second mark, we're going to have a North Allegheny penalty here. That's going to be a hooking call. And that call is going to go on number 40. And I don't see a 40 on the roster.
40, I'm not sure who that is. But, you know, the interesting part is you see Coach John Harford, he sends Yealy right back out. And he has Moody on the other point. So let's see how this all sets up.
Face-off controlled neatly by NA, and they're going to kill a precious 10, 15 seconds off the clock. And back to the point here, and Panthers look a little sloppy, but a good play here, and Lohman's going to drive it down deep where Klein will play for the puck. Oh, wow, Moody and Waldschmidt avoid a tremendous check there.
Moody's got to calm down.
Yeah, and he's taking a bad penalty right there. And again, a little chippy call here, but Moody's going to get probably either a roughing call or an interference call.
Well, you know, the one thing that you want to do on a power play, Kurt, is you want to try to get the puck, possession of the puck, and get the play set up. And I think Moody was a little over-exuberant about hitting down in that corner. They really should have been trying to cover the puck there.
Well, I can assure you there's no love lost between 65 and 91.
Okay.
And that comes from probably competitive days in amateur play. And, boy, I tell you, emotions are running high, but you still have to play within yourself. 14:20 to go. Moody's going to get a 2-minute roughing call here. And the Panthers now will skate 4-on-4 and then find themselves disadvantaged for about a 30-second period.
Well, two guys you want to watch in this sequence here. You want to watch number 3, Rohar, and number 26, Jonah Lohman. Those are two kids that are going to get a lot of open ice here, so we'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Play comes to center, and Rohar's going to lose his edge there, and he's going to have to reevaluate. Rohar, number 3, the only tally here on the evening, takes a heavy hit and drives Lohman into the boards. Play comes back for Richards, and he'll leave it for number 38, Schwartzmeyer.
Boy, Pugnatera made a real nice play there to intercept it. Too bad he couldn't get the handle on it.
Schwartzmeyer leads it back 3-on-3 here. Good pass, give and go, but to no avail. And Pugnatera covering all ends of the ice here. And he makes a good play, and he'll leave it for number 26, John O'Lohman. Little nifty bank pass. And the 4-on-4, we like to call that the Gretzky rule. The open ice here is certainly evident here. And that play is going to come back in offside. And we'll have a stop and play with 13:12 to go here in the second.
You know, St. Clair's right in this hockey game. I mean, I think they're starting to establish themselves. They're starting to get the puck into the North Allegheny end. The big thing is they can't let Waldschmidt dictate the play. If they let him dictate the play, they're going to have their hands full.
Play is taken by number 10, Stupi, and he's going to be driven into the corner by Surma. But a good play by Stupi, and he tries a wide-angle shot. And that went off DeRora's right pad. And to the credit of the Panthers, Jeff, it seems like when North Allegheny gets scoring opportunities, they're only getting that one shot and not getting those key rebounds.
Real good play there by Pugnatera to get the puck at the end, but North Allegheny worked the puck away from him.
Well, I tell you, Hartford throwing his hands up on the bench, wanted an interference or a holding call there. And it seems like the penalties have gone against Upper St. Clair here, and the fans and the coach are getting a little frustrated.
Well, you know, Steen and Kelly are going to call the game. Like I said, they're going to let them play a little bit, but they're going, you know, they have to be careful. They might not get on sportsmanlike.
Shot by Klein, and he takes a vicious drive, and that just goes wide. And boy, I'll tell you, Panthers have really seemed to pick up the hitting here. Taken by Sermon, they're going to drive that down on a delayed offside. Comes back to center, taken by big number 15. Look at the force you have out there. Surma, Lucas, Moody, and Klein. Talk about the heavyweights. And Yealy probably over 6 foot out there as well.
Well, the only thing you could do to add a little more muscle to that is suit up assistant coach Jeff Fenton over there. If we get Fenton on the ice, then we'll have a little more muscle.
Play comes down deep, and there's your other big player on the Panthers, Lucas, and he's a force. Once again, from a physical standpoint, you stand next to these kids. I know they're on skates, but they tower over me, and I'm more than twice their age. Oh, shot wide angle and a good opportunity as Gideon put it on goal. And I'm not sure if even Richards saw that.
Yeah, and this could only, and now here's where you have to be tongue-in-cheek if you're both North Allegheny and Upper St. Clair, because, you know, Chet Steen and Billy Kelly are going to let this go to a certain point, and then they're going to start whacking them.
Well, folks, if you've never seen a high school hockey game, I'm telling you, for $3 admission, come on out and check your websites out and you look at some of these rivalries, and this is starting to heat up on a year-over-year basis as a heated rival. And you look at the Mount Lebanons and the St. Clairs, and treat yourself, folks. Go out and see some of these kids play hockey at a very, very affordable price.
And it's real good hockey, good clean hockey. These kids work hard. You know, most of them play for 2 teams. You know, they're very dedicated hockey players. So, you know, if you have a chance to see a high school hockey game, do it.
Now, there's only one thing I'd like to do other than golf, and that's watch good hockey. So I seem to cover the whole 12-month specter with that.
Well, maybe we can get John and we'll get him in the cart and we'll get him a partner, and we'll relieve him of some of his cashola.
I don't know which John you're talking about, but if you're talking about Surma, he's a pretty good 22 handicap.
Surma. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might.
He's a guy you want on your team.
Okay.
Give him 22 shots, and he can be on my team any day of the week.
Absolutely. I love those 22 handicap.
10:05 to go here in the second. Panthers with a trailing 1-0 in a very, very tightly contested game here and a very physical play here so far in the first 20 minutes of play.
Well, these two teams have met over the years several times. I mean, I think 2 years ago they met in the Penguin Cup semifinals in Harmarville, and you know North Allegheny had a very dominant team, and you know ended up winning that game, but then went going on and ended up losing to Bethel in one of the classic games, that 1-0 game. But you know St. Clair has always been on the brink, so you know if they could win a game like this would really give their team a lot of confidence.
I believe they used to be coached by, what, Pandolfo years ago?
Yeah, Tom Pandolfo, and now Jimmy Black came over from Pine Richland. And Jimmy won the state championship with Pine Richland last year, and he came over to North Allegheny. And his brother Bobby was also a coach at Pine Richland. So, you know, it changed a little bit. North Allegheny's uniforms, some of the kids changed. The coaching philosophy has changed a little bit. But this is still North Allegheny Upper St. Clair, and these kids know it.
And Pandolfo still, I assume, coaching just for another organization?
Oh, he's with Central now.
I see.
Yeah, Central Catholic.
That's a good organization.
Yeah, so that's, you know, they move, they don't go too far. Maybe change the rankings around a little bit. But both these clubs are very well coached.
Panthers looking to get their first tally here, where Bourgeois is going to be met by Stupi in the attack zone. Good play there by Gralty, and I don't know if you've had a chance to see Tim Gralty play, but he's another feisty little offensive player. Looks a little like Yager the way he carries himself out there.
Well, he's looks like another young player that you know, St. Clair always seems to have that sophomores, freshmen, and you know sometimes a junior that really come on and they start playing well for him.
Oh boy, and be careful here as Derora got his pocket picked behind the goal and a shot weakly on, and he'll hold on. And we'll have a stop and play with 8:43 to go. And I was talking to Tim Gralty's father, and he is a Penn State alumni.
Oh, okay.
And the hockey game is this weekend. So I guess he's going to don the skates as well.
Well, you could see, I mean, although he's a young player, he carries himself with good confidence. You know, he knows where to be on the ice. And he made some real nice plays down there. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, this time of the season, you might have a young kid like that come on, maybe pop a couple goals in, and then that really brings the team together.
Not sure if we have a mouthpiece issue here, but Chet apparently warning the kids. And sometimes they don't like skating with that mouthpiece on. Oh boy, and they're talking about a rebound. Number 22 right on the doorstep, Donald Lewis. And 2 quick saves there by Derora.
Derora looks really sharp here tonight, Kurt. This is the best I've seen him look all year. I haven't seen him play for a couple weeks, but he's really looked sharp here.
Has had a handful of shots here, and indeed he has looked sharp. And to the Panthers' credit, they have kept the shots to 1, with the exception of that last shot where Lewis was able to get 2 quick strikes there. 8:06 to go here. Yealy's going to play it around to number 82, McKelvey. Panthers unable to clear the zone, and be careful here. Number 12 is going to shoot it right on. Oh, another big save by Derora, and he had him point blank from 10. and it came off his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know if John could get a close-up with that, but you see where DeRoer skates. He's out on top of that crease. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and he just stepped out and blocked that one. That was really a nice save. But you'll see the confidence level as he continues to make big saves. He really is out on the top of that crease.
And you take the angle away when you do that. Shot on again, rebound. Boy, I'll tell you, DeRoer once again, 2 more quick quality shots on.
Yeah, but they're not getting a lot of rebounds. I mean, I think the defensemen are moving in. They're shielding them off. So, you know, DeRoer's able to cover them. But they got to get the puck up in North Allegheny's end. You know, sooner or later, or North Allegheny's going to just start pinching a little bit more. And Waldschmidt's the best of any of them at doing that.
Speaking of Waldschmidt, number 65, he'll take the play as he looks for number 61 in the corner, Herbert. He's going to take a heavy hit. Finally picked up by Moody. Going to drive it down deep where it's going to be played by Stupi. He's followed by Gideon. Lohman with a good play to keep it in. Play comes to Moody. Centering pass, right off the stick of Gideon, and he had him point blank from 5. And a hellacious check behind the goal. Moody goes down. Play is loose, and another centering pass goes by the mark. Good flurry here for the Panthers, and finally going to be cleared back to center.
And all that was a little play that Yona Lohman made to chip the puck to his line mate, Gideon there. That was a real nice play by Lohman.
Oh, good play there by Lancaster as he took it down and centered it from a weird angle. Stupi's going to drive it down deep, and he'll look for number 67, Lancaster. Finally picked up by Moody. Unable to get it out where Waldschmidt will keep it in at the point. Shot, oh boy.
Well, he never saw that. Herbert was running a nice screen there. But DeRoer, again, is out on top of that circle, and he seems to be blocking everything that's coming his way. Interesting note on North Allegheny. You know, the last couple of years, they've been to the Penguin Cup final, and, you know, Tom Pandolfo moved on to Central Catholic, and Jimmy Black stepped in. I think they're...
Oh, it's loose again on the doorstep. And boy, I'll tell you, another big save there by DeRoer, and he's lost his stick. It's right in front of him here, and Ely's trying to get him the blade. Finally going to be picked up by DeRoer, and here we go. Little extracurricular, and they've dropped the sticks, and they're going to let him go.
I think they're going to step aside. McHugh made a real nice defensive play in there. Number 18 for North Allegheny, and that's Schwab. He was taking his liberties on DeRoer, and McHugh stepped in there. I think there was a little exchange of the sticks there, but McHugh really stood up for his goaltender there, which you really like to see. And
he hunched over here,
looks
too.
Like he's a little hurt there.
Not sure if he took a blade to the midsection or the arm or what, but they better be taking them both off. You've got to be kidding me here. I mean, this is a classic even up situation, and apparently that's not going to happen. And McHugh, as you said, taking defense of his goaltender, is going to get the first man to retaliate. And that's pretty amazing, as number 18, Schwab, was ready to go. You'd think he'd get something for dropping the stick, but an interesting call here.
Well, maybe there was something a little after the whistle there. I'm not sure.
I mean, if anything, you give a double minor and you give you get your flag 18 off on a single minor. But boy, I tell you, it's pretty evident those two were not playing hockey.
Well, you know, and McHugh dropped his stick, so you never know what the train of thought with the officiating is. I mean, they're looking at every little thing right now. And if McHugh would have held on to his stick, maybe you wouldn't have been called.
Once again, the Panthers find themselves shorthanded here in the second for the 4th time of the evening.
Real nice play by Klein there to get the stick in there and deflect that puck away into the corner.
Helped out by Serma, and finally cleared back to center, and Lohman's going to break back. Number 26, John O'Lohman, he's going to rag it. Goes to the backhander, and that play just goes by the crease. Finally going to be played out by Waldschmidt. Play comes over to number 61, and he's going to streak down the right wing. Taken off the play by Yealy, and he gets the gloves up high. Play is still loose with 1:15 to go in the man advantage. North Allegheny unable to get a shot on goal here in the first minute of the power play. Panthers doing an excellent job with the penalty kill. Backhanded shot by Waldschmidt's going to go wide.
Nice play by Klein again.
Back to the power position. Stupi's going to take it over to the corner. In the quarterback position is Waldschmidt. Back to Stupi, shot on. Oh, it's blocked in front, rebound. Oh, and it's fanned by number 3, Roar, and he's looking for his second tally of the evening. 42 to go, and finally cleared out by Lohman.
And you're going to have a high stick call, and they're going to bring the puck all the way back into the zone. Oh,
they waved it off, and they both fanned on it here. And Klein has to play. It's going to be helped out by Lohman, and be careful. 2 Panthers are trapped back in the zone. A 3-on-2 develops. Roar with a big drive goes wide. Be careful. The Panthers getting late back into the play, and that's what's going to cause the goal. 2 Panthers, Klein and number 26, Lohman, Jeff, got trapped in, and the North Allegheny player had a 3-on-2 developed, and they got a tally.
That was Matt Lancaster, number 67, but Rohar made a beautiful pass across the crease. And I was going to mention Klein made an excellent play up here, but he got caught. So that created a 3-on-2 situation as both of the St. Clair defenders were caught deep.
And that's going to be a back-breaking goal, as the Panthers had killed the majority of that penalty, and 14 seconds to go, and North Allegheny gets right up 2-0. Well, here we're going to have a holding call, and the Panthers, Jeff, the turkey's on the table now.
Yeah, this is a big point in the hockey game because, you know, St. Clair had held off so long, and they've killed everything but 14 seconds of that penalty, and now they're going to have to come up with a goal here to get up some momentum going to the third period.
Yeah, pretty much dominated that power play kill, Jeff, and we're a little aggressive. And boy, that play all stemmed back from a high sticking play where it was waved off by Chet because none of the players had touched it. And once Klein touched it and Lohman was in deep, they got trapped in their own zone. There was nothing they could do. So let's score! And DeGanji's going to get the tally from the right point, and that's how you answer a power play goal of their own. And the Panthers get right back in this game, 2-1.
One of the things that I've noticed about North Allegheny, they missed the net a lot tonight. And DeGanji made a real nice play there. He just got the puck to the net, and Pegnataro ran the traffic. I'm not sure if Richard didn't see that or not, but that was a real nice play. He let it set up, and DeGanji made a real nice shot to the net, and Pegnataro came across, and it went. So now we have a 2-1 game. Great, big goal there for Upper St. Clair.
Well, I was a math major in college, and I got to tell you, when you start doing the math, that next goal being either 3-0 or 2-1 is huge, and the Panthers have to feed off that as they now only trail by 1.
It's real important for them to establish some pressure in the North Allegheny end.
Well, and good things happen when you take good penalties there. And again, the Panthers only their second opportunity on the power play. And really, Jeff, was their first because the first opportunity, shot on, score, and what a shot! And what an angle as he goes top shelf. I'm not sure. I think it was number 12, Schindler.
Yeah, Brett Schindler.
And he's going to get the tally, and he beat goaltender number 30, DeRoar, to the glove side. And he picked a spot with about 4 or 5 inches, and he buried it, roofed it to get a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, as big as the Upper St. Clair goal, that may be even bigger because, you know, St. Clair had all the momentum there. They were back in the game, and North Allegheny just stabbed them and took the life out of them.
Wow, another giveaway there in the center ice circle, and pretty much came in uncontested and had DeRoar from 15 dead to rights. But to DeRoar's credit, it was an incredible shot. Schindler is going to get the tally. Panthers need to answer right back here as they trail now 3-1. Play's going to come right back by number 61, Herbert. Big move of his own. Going to be taken off the play where Sersosimo will pick it up. Dumps it back, kept in by Stoopy, and he takes a heavy hit. And, oh, I thought, boy, I tell you, the fans were clamoring. They thought it was another penalty here, and it was just a delayed offside.
Yeah, the one thing that we forget to mention is they are playing the tag-up rule this year, so you're going to see the delayed offside.
Play taken by McHugh, and he's going to regroup behind number 30, DeRoar, but unable to get it out where it's played into the corner by number 40. And we don't have a number for 40 here. Play is still loose, going to be picked up by Lohman, and he clears it, but unable to get it out. Good play by Yealy. Breaks out where Sersosimo is going to chip it ahead, but unable to control. Right back on the attack is Lancaster. Shot on, big save again by DeRoar. And we'll have a line change on both sides of the equation, and with 2:11 to go, an exciting second period. 3-1 Panthers trail.
Well, I think North Allegheny, that goal's it's kind of taken a life out of St. Clair, but they have to bear down in this final 2:11 and not let it get to a 3-goal advantage. Again, you mentioned a 3-goal advantage is very, very big.
Taking off the play where DeGangi and Surma on the defensive partner. Going to play it back to center. Going to be picked off there by number 28, Tyler Wright. Play goes back where it'll be played by the NA goaltender. It's nifty move to get it back to center, but he has his pocket picked by number 25, Gideon, and he's taken off the play. Picked up by Bourgeois, he marches in. Good shot, good save there by Richards. Play comes back, 3-on-2. Taken by number 11, Gartner, and he's going to shoot it behind the goal, and a good play by DeGangi to leave it for number 8, Surma. Assistant captain Surma with an outlet pass to Lucas, and he's unable to control. Finally going to be picked up by North Allegheny, where Brady Waldschmidt clears it back to center.
I like the way DeGangi plays. He plays with a lot of confidence. He steps into the play, and he anticipates the play well. Really nice play for a sophomore.
Little giveaway there in the neutralized zone. Shot on, oh boy, just whistled wide. And he put that on a tee and just went by the glove side of Duroyer with 55 to go. That's the last thing you want to do, is give up a goal, Jeff, in the last minute of play in any period. Boy, once again, Panthers very, very physical here tonight. Play comes back to center. Looks like we're going to have an interference call here. And the Panthers will go right back on the attack of their own. Number 28 is going to get the interference call, Tyler Wright. And with 39 seconds to go, Jeff, the Panthers will go on a power play of their own.
Okay, so let's see if St. Clair can get some play established in the NA zone this final minute of the period. You're going to see he's going to bring out his strongest players here. He's going to bring Herbert and Lancaster, going to put Waldschmidt and Stupi on defense. But it's very important here for St. Clair to get some zone time.
And the Panthers bring out their big guns, Lohman, Yealy, A.J. Moody, Klein, and Surma. Back to the point where Yealy takes a drive, and that just goes wide. And Richards found himself down on the ice, and a good play by the NA defense to clear the zone back to center, where Yealy will play it with 17 seconds to go.
Yeah, North Allegheny very fortunate to get that puck out of the zone, because Upper St. Clair really had them outnumbered there down by the net.
If the Panthers indeed do not score here in the next 15.3 seconds, this power play will carry over to the third period and could be the jump that the Panthers need early in the third. Taken by Lohman with 3 to go, and that'll do it.
I like the urgency in that final minute by St. Clair. They're going to have to exercise that during the entire third period if they hope to get back in this game, Kurt.
Well, they've got 121 that'll carry over into the third. Panthers find themselves trailing 3-1 after 2, but don't leave us. Be back for an exciting third period in a moment. We're back in a little Van Halen. Boy, I thought we were going to catch a piece of that. We're running a little late here, but welcome back to the third period. And Panthers find themselves trailing 3-1. You can recap the scoring, Jeff?
Yeah, Dylan Rohar had the first goal for North Allegheny on the power play. Then on a real nice play, Rohar set up Matt Lancaster on an interesting play where we had a potential high stick. And then Upper St. Clair came back less than a minute later. DeGangi scored. And then less than a minute later than that, Schindler scored for North Allegheny. So that's where we sit at 3-1. Big chance here for Upper St. Clair on the power play, Kurt.
Well, and as you said, boy, we've just got to try to distribute the scoring here, and we'll get into some of the big-time scores that NA has. It seems like they've got 4 players there, Jeff, with over 20 points. Panthers just have 2. And
I think there's a big difference there. And you have a kid like Gartner who hasn't really – he only has 8 goals on the season, but he could snipe it.
Play's going to come back where Lancaster's going to rag it and kill some precious seconds. And that play is going to come off the corner, and good play by North Allegheny to keep it down deep. 45 seconds to go here in the man advantage. Be taken by number 91, A.J. Moody to Sermon. That's going to come off the play where it's sticked aside by Richards. Kept in neatly at the point by Sermon. Panthers really, Jeff, been unable to muster any offense here in the first minute of play here in the third period. 20 to go here in the man advantage. Sermon with a drive deflected. Boy, and a good opportunity there. And that was deflected.
Yeah, Lohman was right on the doorstep, but if he gets his stick down, that could have been a goal.
And that should do it with 5 seconds to go here. North Allegheny will successfully kill their shorthanded situation.
I think that one of the keys to this period, Kurt, is St. Clair's got to stay out of the box here, and so they can get some offensive pressure.
Well, that's pretty evident. I think the Panthers indeed have to. Oh, my, and what a shot and an angle we had. And Big Ben struck one from here, and that puck was whistling right by the goal post. And a weird angle there and deflected on, and Richards his best friend made that save. The goaltender's goal post, and Yealy almost got it to within one goal.
Well, you know, it's interesting. John Harford said that Tim Graldi here, the sophomore, you know, maybe to just get a little bit of spark into the lineup. You know, he had a nice shift there in the second period. Let's see if he can provide a spark here for St. Clair.
Play is driven down deep where DeGangi will get there first. Neat little play there behind the goal. And it's still loose. Bralte tries to get it out, but unable. Kept in by a Waldschmidt at the point. Shot goes right on, and a good left pad save there by DeRora. And right back on the attack is Pagnataro with trailing. He's got number 82, McKelvey. And once again, boy, the Panthers just can't seem to get that shot on goal. And they'll have to regroup back in their own zone where DeGangi will skate it out.
Good play there by Graldi. He regrouped the puck back to his defenseman. They were able to get it in the zone.
And once again, NA jumps two guys over the board and almost could have been called again for too many men. And it's not hard to count those black uniforms.
Yeah, especially the number 65, because it looks like there's 4 of them out there. Very dominating player here. And we want to mention, congratulate Yona Lohman and Wes Waldschmidt for being chosen to the PA Hockey Top 25, which is a big honor for some of these kids. I know a lot of the kids take that seriously. It's a big honor where we recognize the top 25 players in Western Pennsylvania. Both of those boys are very deserving. Good, both seniors, and have had fine careers for their respective teams. So we want to congratulate Yona and Wes Waldschmidt.
Shot on, good save again. Stupi drives it from the corner. Going to be picked up by number 15, Kevin Lucas. Be helped out by Gideon on the far board. Big check there by McHugh. Play comes loose where Yealy will corral the puck. Skates it back and gives it up to Bourgeois, but a good play by Waldschmidt, and he'll keep it in. And Waldschmidt likes that move. He rags it right back to the center ice area and likes to wrist it from the high point. And he's going to take a breather.
It's almost like having a forward, but he's so sure-handed that he's going to be the defenseman.
Oh, nice shot again, and good heads-up play there by DeRora. And we've got bodies flying all over the ice here. And the North Allegheny player is going to lose his helmet.
Yeah, they're going to blow that dead right away.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's a good safety measure. Anytime that helmet comes off, they're going to blow the play dead. For the safety of the player, and Billy Kelly was right on top of that, and he's having a little conversation there with Schwab, I believe it is.
And sometimes, again, these players like to leave that strap loose, and pretty much tells them make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised someday somebody's going to invent something that's going to keep the mouthpiece, the neck guard, and the helmet
right.
all together in one piece.
We've had both issues here tonight, I think. Referee Chet was warning about another, if he finds another mouthpiece on the ice, it's going to be a penalty situation. And I think these referees, again, for their own safety, want to make sure that that is kept in.
You see Rohar really, I mean, Rohar turned that puck turned over, and he almost buried that. He just shot it wide. And you could see, you know, the kid's only a sophomore, but you can see in another year, once he gets another year in there, this kid's going to be something else.
Not a really big player, but boy, can he let it fly. And he scored earlier, the first goal in the evening, and he let that fly from the right point. And that puck had incredible amount of speed going to the goal. Oh, in front, it's loose. Sir Sosimo with a shot. Oh, and a good play and an opportunity by the Panthers. Best scoring opportunity of the evening comes here at the 10:23 mark in the third.
Well, I was going to mention that before. Lohman in the second period, they just fired the puck to their net from the near boards. And, you know, he did that again, and there was Sir Sosimo. If they continue to do that, they're going to cause a little bit of havoc. One of the things that North Allegheny's had a problem with this season, Kurt, is their defense until they put Waldschmidt back there. But it's almost as if St. Clair really wants to cause a little bit of havoc in the zone there.
Oh, boy, and another good centering pass there. And Moody was on the doorstep, and he was unable to control. Good play by Surma to keep the play in, driven down deep by Moody. Sir Sosimo is going to be heads up with Waldschmidt, helped out by Lohman. Oh, and a good play there and kicked off the boards. And number 22 will pick up the mail and skate it back to center. Back to Moody, and they'll have to wait till they get on side. Going to be taken right back on the attack. Here comes Yale. Oh, what a give and go. Golden opportunity, shot, rebound, it's loose. And another good scoring opportunity for St. Clair. And what a nifty move. Oh, and another tip play by Moody almost goes in. Wow, what a flurry there for the Panthers.
Yeah, and again, Lohman threw the puck to the net, and just almost as if something's going to happen of good fortune for St. Clair. And that's his experience level. You know, Lohman knows that if he can get that puck to the net, maybe one of his guys is going to tip it in there, and all of a sudden we have a 3-2 game. That was a really heads-up play there by Yona.
Big-time move by Yealy, and boy, he undressed the defenseman, and I thought he was going to go to that left corner and pick that pocket, but he shot it right into the belly of Richards.
That was Wes Waldschmidt he beat on that play, so he wasn't beating a freshman on him.
Put that on your resume, and maybe that's the offenseman coming out in Waldschmidt, because he looked to play the puck. And a better move by Yealy. Looks like the momentum, Jeff, has certainly shifted here, and the Panthers feel a sense of urgency here. And boy, clamoring for a little tripping play here, and Pegnatera was pulled down. Oh, big-time check there, and number 82, McKelvey's going to be put on his wallet. Once again, McKelvey and Pegnatera really hustling.
Pegnatera really had some nice work there. Unfortunately, he didn't have the puck support, or Upper St. Clair might have been able to have something happen there.
Drop past to Lancaster, and he's going to rag it. Oh, and closed in on three defensemen, close in on him in a hurry, and picked right back up. Don Pegnatera skates it back to center. Once again, the Panthers have definitely had the better of the play, and an interference play again. Don't know if anything's going to be called here. And the bench is clamoring for an interference call.
Well, it looked like almost McKelvey got there about the same time as the puck, but that could have went either way. That was real close.
My gosh, and boy, you can hear Hartford very, very vocal. And once again, felt McKelvey was in a very dangerous situation as his back went into the boards. But McKelvey gets up, and we'll skate 5-on-5. Oh, big check by Moody. And he's dishing him out against Waldschmidt. Wow, heavy hitting here by the Panthers. Good, clean, hard check. Right back on the attack. And boy, I like this Rohar kid. Once again, he can let it fly. And a big save by our own Max DeRora. And we'll have a stop and play with 8:04 to go here in the third.
You know, all the hitting, it's getting them momentum, but they have to maintain the puck. They have to get control of the puck. And North Allegheny was able to get that out of the zone and up the Rohar. Rohar got a quality shot from the left side over there.
Taken by North Allegheny, but once again not able to muster really any shots on goal this third period. But once again with a 3-1 lead, pretty much defense should be the merit of order. Going to be taken by Richards, and he'll play it around the corner. Going to be picked off by Lohman. He looks to center. Comes back to the point where Surma takes a drive. Blocked in front, it's loose. Comes by Lohman, and once again, Panther shot on. Oh, what a save by Richards.
Good work there.
Wow. Incredible flurry, and Moody was camped on the doorstep, and it's all St. Clair, and a big save by Richards.
Good play there by Lohman again. He picked the puck off the stick back to Surma. Surma threw it to the net, and it made something happen. And that's what Upper St. Clair's got to do. They've got to cause a little havoc in front of Max Richards, maybe get a rebound, and then, you know, if they can continue this pressure, they're going to get that second goal.
Well, this is the the way the Panthers have to play for 45 minutes, Jeff. And this is certainly a team that has had the better of the play for the first 8 minutes of the third. Kept in at the point right on the blue stripe by Surma.
Good play by Surma.
And boy, it has just all been the upper. And look at the tenacity here of the Panthers.
I don't know. That was a little bit of a square dance.
I don't know. I think he kind of lost his edge, Jeff, and was trying to hold on for dear life. Good shot on. That's going to be deflected by Derora into the corner. Once again, Panthers just beating North Allegheny to the play here in the third. Taken by DeGangi down deep, but unable to get it out, and that's going to be kept in neatly by Schwartzmeyer. Finally picked up by DeGangi, and he'll lead the rush back to center. Shot's going to be blocked in front. Going to be picked up by the defense, and they're content to clear the zone. Icing will be called, and with 6:30 to play here in the third, North Allegheny enjoys a 3-1 lead.
Well, St. Clair, you know, they're starting to get some zone time, Kurt. And I think the important thing is once they get the puck into the North Allegheny zone, they're starting to make some things happen. What they need to do is they need to get some traffic in front of Max Richards, maybe get an open stick on that puck. And Lohman's out here again, so maybe that'll happen.
Another shot hits the side of the net, and boy, just St. Clair continues to bring the pressure here. Totally different output here in the third. Probably the best half of a period, Jeff, I have seen all year, and it looks like they are the better team out there, and especially, again, maybe perhaps a sense of urgency with 6:16 to go here in the third.
Well, Yealy's impressed me. He's had a strong game. He's not only played physical, but he's also moved the puck well. And you know, they need for him to step it up, to keep the puck in the zone, get it deep, let Lohman and Klein set up, and Moody, and we'll see what happens here. So
yeah, very impressive. You know, normally when you're losing or trailing, and we'll see, depends on how the outcome of this game comes with 6 minutes to go. But I'm usually a guy that hangs his head after a loss here, and I've got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with how the Panthers have matched up here. When you throw out two kind of funny plays where we got trapped in our zone, Jeff, which caused 2 goals on that end, and of course the bad penalties in the first period. This would have been a different game here had that stuff not happened.
Yeah. North Allegheny's a 2-time finalist in the Penguin Cup, so you can see they know, these kids know what it takes. So Upper St. Clair's going to really have to reach down here in the last 5.5 minutes to try to get a goal. Looks like they're going to get a penalty here.
Oh wow, boy!
And that's a bad time to get a penalty.
And once again, Panthers just continue to shoot themselves in the foot here, and I'm not even sure about that penalty. Lohman's going to get an interference call here, and boy, I tell Hartford is just absolutely beside himself here. And he just throws his hands in the air, and it is what it is.
Yeah, Chetstein, if Chetstein sees that, I mean, he's going to reluctantly call an interference call here at this point in the game. But, you know, I'm sure Johnny doesn't agree with him. Maybe a little frustration there. But a very big kill here. St. Clair's going to have to kill it.
And unfortunately, that's going to be 2 precious minutes off the clock here with 5:23 to go. Panthers are going to only get the play back at even strength with about 3.5 minutes to go, trailing by 2.
Well, North Allegheny has to be careful on the defensive side because, you know, Moody or Lucas could get loose, maybe get an opportunity on the breakaway.
Well, they've had several shorthanded goals here earlier in the season, and a good play by Moody as he'll bat that out of the air, but unable to control. Play comes back to Waldschmidt. Shot on is going to go wide. Moody looks to check him off the play. He'll lose his edge. Right back to Waldschmidt. Wide angle shot. Oh, and he had him labeled up top, and that shot went high and wide. Play comes back to the point where number 28, Tyler Wright, will play it. Nobody home, where Yealy's going to pick it up and shoot it the length of the ice.
Interesting move by Bobby Black. He has Waldschmidt up front here. Waldschmidt's been quarterback in this thing the entire game, and now all of a sudden they put him up front.
Oh, another big move by Yealy. Shot on. Oh, I thought it went in. Oh, boy, and it's still loose.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, Max Richards made a nice play to keep that on because Peg Natera was going to pounce on that one. Yealy made a real nice play there to get that to the net.
Well, boy, you can't fault the effort here of the Panthers in the third. 4:20 to play, even shorthanded, Jeff. Tremendous scoring opportunity there by Yealy and Pegnataro on the rebound.
Big face-off here, Klein against Rohar. Rohar wins it.
Controlled by North Allegheny, but Klein tries to fight him off the play. Going to be picked up in the corner by Schwab. Back to center where Schwab will take it, and he'll look to clear it down deep, but picked his pocket by Pegnataro and helped out by Klein. Oh, you've got to be kidding me here. We've got another little chippy penalty here. This is unbelievable. Oh, and this is just, boy, I tell you, the Panthers are now going to find themselves shorthanded by 2 men. Wow. Broken stick. St. Clair fans upset. Coach very upset. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing I'm impressed with, Kurt, is North Allegheny. You know, they've continued to play hard, but they've turned the other cheek. I mean, they could have got involved in some of those plays, but they didn't. I think that's pretty good discipline.
Well, boy, let them play the game. A couple ticky-tack penalties that, I don't know. It is what it is, but boy, I tell you, put yourself in a position, and I'm sure the constant complaining hasn't helped. And once again, a point-blank shot. Schindler had the door wide open, 5-on-3, unable to connect. And usually this is where the makeup calls happen. Perhaps realize they maybe shouldn't have made a call. Sometimes you get a quick call right back in your favor.
Well, Lohman's on the ice now, so let's see if Lohman can get the puck up the other end of the ice.
Panthers still have 1:23 to clear on their second 2-man disadvantage here in the game. Back to Waldschmidt's shot on Dorora, seeing that puck like it's a basketball. Play comes into the corner, and it's loose, and here we go. And just like I said, you got to skate away here. And that's where the Panthers have to use a little discipline of their own. And indeed, that's what's happened here. Stoopy's going to take a penalty here as they even it back up here. And the Panthers now have a 4-on-4, Jeff, for the next minute and 9, and will enjoy a power play of their own for 51 seconds.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see if Yealy doesn't get a lot of ice time. Yealy and Lohman right here, because he wants to try to get some offensive, and that's exactly what John Hartford's doing. He's trying to get 3 offensive players on the ice on the 4-on-4 hockey. So let's see if Yealy could get up a chance here.
We've got this minute to kill here in the 4-on-4, and I wouldn't be surprised, Jeff, if you see us thinking about pulling goaltender Dorora, even with the minute and a half to go, in favor of a 2-man advantage, because you've got to score 2 goals here in the next 2 minutes. Lohman breaks back, and he's got a head of steam. He's coming back on, shot. Oh, what a shot, score! Big-time goal by the Panthers, and they get back within 1, and will enjoy a power play of their own in about 37 seconds. Big-time goal by John Lohman.
And there you have it right there. See, Yealy made that play. He got the puck up to Lohman, and I'll tell you what, who made a real nice play was Michael McKelvey, number 82, because what he did, he didn't really run a pick, but he ran interference, and Lohman got a full head of steam, and he was in alone. So now
might want to have a timeout here. Yeah,
Johnny
good
Hartford.
call there. They'll have a man advantage, Jeff, with 37 seconds, and might pull goaltender Dorora in favor of 2 extra attackers. And boy, would this be an incredible comeback. And once again, St. Clair, with a dominant third period here, had to kill off 2 penalties with a 2-man shorthanded situation and find themselves getting within 1 goal in a 4-on-4 situation by John Lohman.
Well, St. Clair has not played a bad game here tonight. What the key was, as you saw, when North Allegheny took the penalty, one of the guys on the bench grabbed one of the younger players and he says, "Cool it," because he knew the situation, and it created a 4-on-4. You're able to get Yealy on the ice with Lohman, and they made things happen. Those are your 2 leading scorers for St. Clair. So now, all of a sudden, you have a 3-2 hockey game, 2:35 to play. When we get down under 2 minutes, St. Clair is going to be on the power play for about a minute. And, it would be interesting. I think they may pull the goal.
I think you almost have to pull the goaltender. You'll be in favor of a 2-man advantage here. And, again, St. Clair looks extremely, extremely hungry here.
Well, here's an interesting move by John Hartford. He moved Yealy up the forward. And watch the matchup between Wes Waldschmidt and Yealy right here.
Play won neatly by number 26, Lohman, and he's going to get ahead of steam again. And that goal was all shot on. A score! You'd have to be here to believe it. And I'm telling you what, Jeff, the power play hasn't even started, and the Panthers tie at 3-3, and a big-time goal by number 91, A.J. Moody.
I think Yealy's going to get the goal, and that was a fortunate bounce.
Was it Yealy?
Yeah, Yealy got the goal.
Wow.
It was a fortunate pass. Lohman gained the zone, threw the puck to the net, and it came right to Yealy, who was on the weak side.
Well, I've got to tell you, you're exactly right. Trevor Yealy, my blow. And I've got to tell you, the Panthers certainly aren't going to be pulling a goaltender tied now 3-3, and North Allegheny doesn't know what hit him.
Okay, so another 12 seconds.
Taken by Waldschmidt, and Heedlet's going to come right to the slot. Shot on hole, just goes wide. 2:04 to go. In 5 seconds, the Panthers have a man advantage of their own, and here comes Yealy skating back. Power play for the next 50 seconds here, picked up by Lohman. Oh, shot right on, goes by the mark. Oh, and what an incredible third period. Best third period of hockey I've seen in the last 4 years here at St. Clair. Be careful here, a 2-on-1 develops shorthanded. Shot, oh, good save by Yealy into the meshing.
Made a great block there. I was going to mention, it was interesting to see Yealy lined up on the left-hand side, which is opposite of Waldschmidt. And that's where the play came from. I think we're going to have a timeout here by North Allegheny.
Oh, boy, and I don't know about that call. You got Panthers on a power play here. And, again, maybe their troops are tired here as they're killing this disadvantage.
Well, exactly. What's going on here, Kurt, is they're trying to get Waldschmidt some rest. He's played almost the entire third period here. So you're going to see Waldschmidt, Lancaster, and Herbert out here for North Allegheny. I'm surprised that Tyson Stupi hasn't been on the ice. He's really been one of North Allegheny's best defensemen all year. But you're going to see Yealy, Lohman, Klein. I'll tell you, really made a nice play, and he's had a tough night, is Moody. Down in the corner, he held the zone on that last sequence. Real nice play there by Moody to keep the puck in the zone.
Yeah, I actually thought that was him on the left point. I'm losing my voice here. I've got to tell you, a big-time shot from the corner, and within a 10, 15-second period, Jeff, the Panthers score 2 goals, and I tell you, you talk about a momentum and probably season-changing period of play here. You talk about Peyton Manning last weekend on his defining moment with that 2-minute and 16-second drive. The Panthers have come to answer and have tied it at 3 with 1:30 to go here in the third.
Well, let's watch.
Oh, my gosh, and a penalty here right in front. And I think Surma had the stick down here. Oh, and now he's going to get a misconduct. And, boy, I tell you, the bench, it looks like we're going to get a 2-minute unsportsmanlike from the bench minor. And the Panthers might find themselves here.
Nah, they gave
just
him
a 10-minute. 2 and 10. Wow.
They gave him a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, I don't know. We're going to see. You got 2 guys in the booth here. 10-minute bench penalty for a misconduct or something. But, boy, I tell you. No, it's a double minor, I'm telling you. And that's just a devastating blow. And a bench penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. And here's the problem, Jeff. With 1:29 to go here in the third, if we indeed do go to overtime, that 30 seconds is going to carry over into the overtime period.
Okay, so you're going to have 4 on 3 for 20 seconds, and then you're going to have a full minute.
I've got to tell you, here you've got an exciting game. Once again, this game probably the last thing you want to have is this game finished or decided by an official. And it would be a shame, in my opinion, to see that happen. And right back on a penalty here, and North Allegheny's going to find the gate. Unbelievable.
Well, and I think that's a little bit of a make-up call, but what I would say here is you're going to see that you're going to see Lohman, Yealy, and Moody here for St. Clair. All 3 are good offensive players, all good defensive players. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe Upper St. Clair takes a chance here if they get the puck.
Oh, boy, what an exciting game. And, Joe, you hardly ever cheer for. Well, you just want to see what happens. We've got 1:38 in a double minor against the Panthers, a ticky-tack tripping penalty and a bench minor as Harper went ballistic on the bench, and another call here against North Allegheny, and a heavy hit in the corner there by Moody. Panthers find themselves skating down by one man, 4-on-3. It's loose in front. It's still loose.
Great play by Loman.
Good play, and he's going to skate it back to center. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Oh, what a move!
Good play by Waldschmidt on the
good.
back.
They've got two guys back, and it's got to be important for Loman not to get trapped in here. And he's going to take it all the way back into his zone. Errant pass comes off the mark, picked up, shot on score.
Danny Gardner there, and I mentioned that was a little bit of an ill-advised play by Yona there.
Loman threw it across the board, and it got deflected in front, and with 21 seconds to go, a power play goal by North Allegheny to take a 4-3 lead.
The unfortunate part is Upper St. Clair worked so hard in this game to get back in this game. So now you're going to have 4-on-4, and hopefully they can get a chance here down near the end.
I'm pretty much speechless at this stage of the game. I mean, just a devastating goal. Panthers just dominating play in the third period. You get two bad penalties late in the game, and I'm not even sure. Well, it is what it is, but once again.
Well, let's see. We got 21 seconds, so don't lose too much faith.
Wow. Yeah,
okay, so we have 5-on-4 here. 5-on-4,
Panthers,
the empty net down to our left.
Yeah, they've got the empty netter, and the Panthers indeed are going to skate, and that's going to be an icing call, as when you skate even up 4-on-4 with the pulled goalie 5-on-4, and the Panthers have indeed a sense of urgency here with 15 seconds to go. But
well, I'll tell you what, Richie Klein, he's setting up a play here, number 11. He seems to know what he wants to do here, so let's see if the Panthers can execute this.
He does that power move, and he controls the face-off. Kept in at the point where Yealy will bank it down. Pegnataro looks for it.
Got to get the puck to the net.
Got to center it. It's loose.
Oh, good play by
banked
Gardner.
Around the corner. 5 seconds to go. Yealy chips it, and that'll do it, folks. An absolutely disappointing loss here, and a little extracurricular here. And indeed, this game, in my opinion, came down to an official's call late in the game, and that's kind of a shame. Panthers fight their hearts out, but find themselves short to lose 4-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought I saw a lot out of the Upper St. Clair club here in the third period. I mean, let's take this for what it is. They lose the game, but I'll tell you what, going forward, I saw a team that was played very confident against a very good North Allegheny team. And I think that one of the things that you have to look forward to for St. Clair is they know that they can play with these teams. They maybe learn something tonight. Can't take the penalties. The penalties kill you.
Boy, I got to tell you, I've been watching hockey for a long time and following this St. Clair team, and that was probably the grittiest and toughest third period of play I've ever seen, and a lot of character here to answer right back the way they did. A dominated game for pretty much the first two periods. It was all Upper St. Clair in the third, and they tied it with 3, and we're literally, Jeff, going on a power play until a couple bad penalties came late
Right, a couple penalties, yeah. But they got the goal scoring. I thought Yealy had a real strong game tonight. He really played well. Loman did a lot of good things out there. The leaders did what they needed to do. Now it's time for these younger kids to follow this. They need to take this as a plus. Okay, they were down 3-1 in this game. They came back. They fell a little bit short today, but they can't hang their heads too much. I thought St. Clair showed me something tonight.
Yeah, definitely a defining moment here for the team. So we'll hope to see them again sometime, perhaps in the playoffs. An exciting game, a very disappointing end to a hard-fought third period. Special thanks to you, Jeff.
Hey,
appreciate you joining the booth.
Kurt.
Thanks to John Sarabella once again here on the Panthers Television Network. I'm Kurt Carruth, wishing you a happy evening, and thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.